Welcome to the Levi and Ikaika show.
Aloha.
Hello, and welcome to Levi and Ikaika episode 22, our episode for December 2020. A lot of twos in there. That's fun. It's my favorite number. It's a fun one to present you. Me and Ikaika, we fight through this whole one, and I think it might be entertaining. I had to tell you that because you'll be wondering, hey, these guys get along at all? And why are they doing a podcast together? Yes, we're friends. We're still friends. We're just mean to each other. That's how we express our affection. But it's a good one. We talk about Christmas stuff and things like that. Hope you all had a great Christmas. We had a great one here. We couldn't get a real Christmas tree, so we built our Christmas tree out of tomato cages, which, was a perfect little conical shape, and we put a bow on top. Maybe I'll post a picture here so you can check it out, but we're pretty proud of our little Christmas tree. It's got a nativity scene inside the tree. How many of you can say that? You can hang a nativity scene on it, but ours is inside the tree. It's very neat, and that was fun to put together. I got a couple fun stories here. It's over, you guys. I haven't had a job since 2008. And I got a job. I had to get a job because of this whole pandemic, made me have to, I wasn't working, wasn't doing comedy because they shut it all down. We did it for, 2 months or something, month and a half. Felt like no time at all. We did a few shows and then everything shut back down. So I had to figure something out because I had no income coming in. And so I got a job. First time in 12 years I got a job. I remember telling one of the other comics that I hadn't had a job since 2008. And he was like, what do you do with your day? And I was like, I get up around 9 and have a cup of coffee. And then maybe, I might go play some piano or something. And then he just instantly, as soon as I said, I don't know, I might play some piano or some guitar, he just checked out. He had no interest. He's like, whatever. I don't care. So I get it. I get not liking that I haven't had a job. Maybe you think I haven't been contributing to society, and you're probably right. But I've been enjoying it, and it's over now. It's over. I'm going to start working. I got a good job. It comes with a pretty rough commute. But, maybe I'll start taking some German lessons. I can listen to podcasts. I don't know. I'm bummed about that, though. So when you see me and I'm not as happy as I used to be, it's because I got a job now. I'm depressed about it. I had an interesting thing happen this month. I signed up for some benefits, some government benefits, and first time I've ever done that in my life. I've never been like I've never used I don't know what you call them, subsidies, whatever. I haven't been food stamps or grants or whatever people do. I don't even know what they're called. So if that shows you how little I know about stuff like that. But I signed up for some stuff and for some assistance. And what happened the next day, I started receiving all these, not robocalls, but telemarketing scam calls from India. Well, I assume India, everyone had an Indian accent who was calling me. And at first I would be real mean. I'd answer the phone like, what? Just mad, and they'd hang up really quick. And my buddy Ikaika, he encouraged me to engage. And so I started answering nicely. I was like, oh, hello? Yeah, can you help me? What they were saying is my Social Security had been flagged as, flagged for fraud. And they were going to help me solve this problem, right? And so when I finally wasn't mean and I was engaging them, they were like, oh, cool. Well, what's your name? Indian accent. I'm not going to do a racist Indian accent. But they were like, what, give us your name, give us your full name, your address. And I think what they're ultimately trying to get to is Social Security number. I never got there because I gave them a fake name. The first time I actually got someone to talk to me, because they'd hang up because I was so mean. When I was nice, I got someone to actually talk to me. I gave him a fake name. I think I used Jeff Wilson or something. And the guy goes, sir, it says here that your name's actually Levi Smith. And I was like, well, why did you ask me? And second of all, how do you sleep at night? What are you trying to scam old ladies or something out of their, retirement money? You're a criminal. The dude started calling me the worst. He called me Futhermucker and Sock Cucker and all the worst things you could think of. He told me some things my mom was doing, and I was like, he doesn't even know my mom. He's telling me she's doing all this horrible stuff. It was intense. He just started chewing me out, and it was nice because one of the things is like, even though I knew the calls were, BS, I knew they weren't real. But there was still like 2-3% of me that was like, ooh, maybe it is real, or just 2-3% of doubt. And as soon as this guy started calling me all the worst names in the book, I was like, it broke the illusion. I was like, you know what? I'm fine. I'm fine. And it was great. It was so satisfying. I called Ikaika immediately afterwards. I was like, I didn't have time to merge you on the call so you could hear it, but I wished he had because it was so satisfying. And even though I never collected those benefits, it made it all worthwhile. It made dealing with all those robocalls, not really robocalls, I guess it's when a robot calls you, but it made me, just that moment made it all worthwhile. It was a good time. So if you get those calls at home, if they're calling you saying your social security's been flagged, or they're the IRS, or any government thing, just know it's fraudulent. The government does not call you. They send you letters. They send you official things. Like, don't even, if it's through your phone, your email, do not trust that. You need a hard copy letter saying what's wrong. That's my holiday advice to you guys. But again, I hope you all had a great Christmas. Looking forward to a new year, new job for me. It's a whole new era. I'm hoping that I can work this job and still do comedy at night. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to really try. And when we come back out of this, I hope to see you all out there. And yeah, I think you guys are going to like this episode. All right, on with the show. Hey, what up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How's your December treating you?
Uh, well, I'm back to work, as you know, so not very good.
Boo.
It is busy, and people are not distancing themselves from the restaurant socially.
Really?
Yeah,
So it's kind of like on an honor system thing.
yeah, kind of.
Have you had to eject someone for not social distancing?
No, but we had to eject someone for being drunk.
Well, that seems to be like that seems like it would just be business as usual.
Yeah, he ordered in New York. He came in drunk.
Ah,
I was already told not to serve him, so I just gave him some water. He didn't even ask for a drink, to his credit.
yeah.
But, he was being inappropriate. Our manager asked him to leave. He didn't want to leave until we got security there. Just kind of elevated it to a point where, it didn't need to be elevated.
Sounds unnecessary.
And then just left, cordially. So it's like, well, all that for that.
All that we were ready to take this guy out back.
I know. And then he showed up like 2 days later. I wasn't working, but my manager told me about it. He showed up, he ordered a meal, and then jumped the fence and ran away. So I don't know what his problem is, but he thinks that
he didn't.
is like some kind of retribution for
He didn't
all that.
eat the meal and then run.
No, he didn't even eat the
That's
meal.
that's kind of wonderful, actually.
Yeah. I was like, all right, man, whatever your MO is. So they
Sure.
said not to load him in again. I was like, I don't know why you would after the first time.
That's kind of wonderful. That's better than ordering a pizza to someone's house.
Yeah.
That's like the new school ordering a pizza to someone's house. By the way, with all the, DoorDash and Uber Eats and all this, do you think anyone's like, can you still do that? Can you still prank someone because all your info's in there, right?
Yeah. I mean,
So if I'm
guess
like,
not.
if I order an Uber Eats, like let's say I'm at Buddy's house and I order some Uber Eats to his house, I mean, they've got my information. they're not going to take it to my house. You know what I mean? So you must
I
have to.
suppose.
So how does that work? You must have to put your ad. I haven't used one of those food delivery apps, so I don't know. You use them, right?
Yeah, it would be impossible. They have your credit card. You pay for the meal. You kind of pay for the meal before it's delivered. So all you would be doing is feeding your foe.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, no wonder. Practical jokes are, and then you can't leave flaming dog poop on someone's step anymore because of these. What do you call that doorbell thing?
Yeah. Well, if they have an allergy, you could try to be sneaky.
And put some peanut dust on their spaghetti.
Well, you wouldn't have to. Like, I remember one time I almost killed this guy I worked with because we ordered egg rolls and there was shrimp in the sauce.
Mmm.
So it's not even like there was shrimp in anything except, this particular dipping sauce. It's probably like out of a bottle too. But he started doing this thing with his straw, like.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sounded like.
Did you have to stab him in the heart with an EpiPen?
And he's like, "Hey, is there shrimp in this?" And the waiter's like, "No." "Is there shrimp in this?" "No." "Is there shrimp in this?" "No." "Wait, the sauce?" "Yeah, the sauce." "Oh yeah."
lots
Like,
of
dude,
shrimp.
You know where this is going. Why did it take him to the third item?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Thing is,
and
if
it was,
you yeah.
no, it was more like, is there shrimp in this?
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say because you did that sound, and then you had him sound very casual. Hey, buddy, is there a shrimp in
Yeah,
this?
like, hey, how's it going, man? How's the kids?
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know
I
shrimp?
remember that. Hey,
Said a couple questions for you. Thing is, if you've got deadly food allergies, like if I had deadly food allergies, you would never catch me eating at a restaurant. I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Everything would be made at home.
I mean, a couple of things went wrong along the chain because he met us at the restaurant. I called him. I was like, "Hey, do you want us to order you anything?" He said, "Get some spring rolls." So I did,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the thing that got him. But I didn't know he was allergic to shrimp. And
He didn't share the fact that he was allergic to shrimp with you?
No, that's when I learned that he was allergic to shrimp.
Okay.
It was the day that I ordered the dish that almost killed him.
Do you think that that's when he learned he was allergic to shrimp as well?
I'm sorry?
Do you think that that was the same day he learned he was allergic to shrimp?
No, definitely not.
So he's the dummy in that scenario, I think, right?
I don't know.
Oh, you're so quick to not call anyone dumb. Good job, you.
Well, sometimes you just kind of forget and you assume that, like, why would they have shrimp in the egg rolls?
Right. Right. That's a good point.
And here's the thing. It wasn't a Chinese restaurant. It was a Vietnamese restaurant, and they have shrimp in everything.
So it's his bad.
I think maybe he wasn't sure what kind of restaurant it was.
Wait a
Because, think about egg rolls. Like, almost every Asian culture makes them.
Yeah.
And, him being from the mainland, he's going to assume Chinese because there's only Chinese and Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And Japanese don't make egg rolls. Do they? No.
You would know. You would know better than me. You're Japanese.
Yeah, I don't think egg roll is really a Japanese thing.
Why are you asking me? I'm Canadian. I wouldn't know.
Well, perception's a big thing, I guess.
Right.
But,
but what was the ultimate? How did you save his life? Did you give him the Heimlich? Did you? Is there an antidote to shrimp?
He had to take a bunch of Benadryl and go home.
That was it. No EpiPen involved.
No EpiPen. So
don't you want someday to be able to stab someone with an EpiPen and save their lives?
No. This joke thing or what?
Okay, you guys, we have a fun new segment this month. I found an old joke book. So I think, what should we call this segment? Old joke book segment. So I found an old joke book. I was organizing the house. I found an old joke book. It's got some uh, it's got some good stuff. It was at the beginning of writing, or right in the middle of the last 3 years of comedy. So there's a lot of bad ones. How about this one? It's more of a parable, really. Uh, he who laughs last probably didn't get the joke. Huh?
It's a clever idea.
Hmm. Oh wow, this goes with the theme. We've been watching a lot of Louis C.K. and you like the Achilles heel thing. My Achilles heel, cancer.
That's not bad.
All right. I heard that the Ku Klux Klan ain't nothing to f with. Just keeping it clean for the kids at home.
That's pretty funny. That's
Yeah.
like a Weird Al song.
I think that's yours. You know this one. What's a cokehead's least favorite kind of joke?
Knock knock.
That's method. That's funny. One liner.
That's clever.
Yeah, it's got to have been done though, I guess, huh? MacGyver's very talented. You know what? You know what job MacGyver would be really bad at? General contractor. What we're gonna do is just duct tape this TV over your fireplace.
Does anybody have like an old antique lamp?
Yeah.
I need a 30-watt bulb.
Oh wow, I wrote this down. What's Jimmy Fallon's favorite lake? You don't like that joke anymore?
No.
Well, just for the folks at home, well, for posterity's sake, it's Justin Timberlake. It's kind of outdated.
Like Wilson.
It's kind of dated. Lake Wilson. How about this joke? Knock knock.
Mm.
That's not how you do this joke.
Who's there?
You guessed it.
That's pretty funny.
Dave Franco.
Ah, man, you got me with that one, actually.
Yay! That makes me happy. I've got an idea for an all-you-can-eat Jello restaurant. Huh? All right. Did you hear about Donald Trump's new economic plan?
Groupons.
Yeah, Groupons. Wow, you remember that one, huh?
That was a good one.
One compliment that never seems to work for my girlfriend is looking swole, babe. I like this, but it's not very funny. But no matter how buff a guy is, we will both struggle with the same bag of chips. That's more of a thought, really. What do you think Black Friday is like at the dollar store? I want to open up a Target in France, and everyone will call it a Target.
That's pretty funny.
Yep, I know.
It would have been funny like 10 years ago, though. Not really now.
Violence is never the answer, unless the question is, what rhymes with silence?
It's more recent, though.
Tweeting Eagle? Whatever. Do you remember that? Yeah.
Her Native American name?
Yeah,
Something like
Nathan Phillips, the guy who played the drum in the MAGA kid's face. His Indian name is Tweeting Eagle.
that? No way.
Yeah.
Why?
What, does it make you upset?
I guess somebody else has to think of it.
You know what kind of girl is every guy's type? A new one. Ah, this is yours. The Bible says, judge not lest ye be judged. It also says, in the end, you will all be judged. It's pretty good. You're not laughing at your own jokes either. How about this one? My favorite part about the greatest generation is how humble they are. Did you hang up? All right. Well, since all my ideas are failing, what's going on? What do you think's worth talking about?
All right, I have an idea.
Oh,
I'm going to read a headline to you, and you come up with a punchline after I give you the headline, okay?
all right.
And then you can read one to me, and then I will try and come up with a punchline.
Yep.
Okay. Here's one for you. You ready?
Sure.
Senate leaders urge compromise to finish coronavirus relief deal on Saturday.
Or so the Germans would have you believe.
Nice.
Really? You consider that nice? I was trying to
No, I was
insult
being
you.
generous.
I mean, what the hell would you have done with that? There's no comedic angle.
I guess that's why I was laughing. It was a tough one. All right,
Tough. How about impossible?
21 ways you didn't know you could use shortcuts on your iPhone.
Join us for our next article. 22 ways.
McDonald's China releasing Oreo Spam Burger for a limited time.
Said local Hawaiians. I guess it's okay.
All right, well, what do you got for me?
All right. Two 12-year-old boys made $250,000 during the pandemic and are giving back to local animal shelters.
After local police reviewed how the couple made so much money, they were left asking, who were the real victims here?
You just said more words.
This is true. All right, say the headline again.
Two 12-year-old boys made $250,000 during the pandemic and are giving back to local animal shelters. Yeah. Sorry, I got excited.
Oh, why, you got one?
No, but I got an angle. Two 12-year-old boys made $250,000 during the pandemic and are giving back to local animal shelters. What they're giving back? Their previously adopted dog.
Yeah, I wonder how they made that money.
Well, it also says, and are giving back to local animal shelters. So it doesn't necessarily mean they're giving back $250,000. They might be giving back the dog they adopted. They might be giving back their volunteer time.
They're giving back their dogs.
That's what I just said. Jesus Christ. Bothered me so much.
All right, what else you got?
Carrot, a deer found living with an arrow through his head, is the medicine we need right now.
Carrot will be making multiple appearances at hospitals across the nation.
Yeah. Carrot, a deer found living with an arrow through his head, is the medicine we need right now, said anti-vaxxers.
I heard carrot's good for your eyes.
Why'd they name him Carrot? I really do wonder. Oh, he's Canadian. Of course he's Canadian.
How about this one? Oakland robbery suspect jumps into bay to avoid capture, but it doesn't work.
Wait, say it again?
Oakland robbery suspect jumps into bay to avoid capture, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, little did he know it's the Yay area. All right, good way to clear the field. That was good, pro. You're professional.
Let's see.
I got one for you. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Jim Carrey is stepping down from playing Joe Biden on SNL, said Carrey. My term was only meant to be 6 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ironically, the same length as Biden's term will turn out to be. I don't know. Because he's old.
Yeah, maybe something like, can you just do it until Kamala murders him?
That's not horrible. Oh!
Disney?
Yeah.
How Disney is making Star Wars like Marvel Studios.
Horribly. Ooh, okay, do this one. I got a headline. You ready?
Okay.
New divorce buzz surrounds Kim and Kanye.
God. Why?
Because I'm mean. It's made me angry.
That's just like a trash headline.
I got one for it. You don't have nothing? You're not good enough?
Yeah, go for it.
No, you first. It's your turn, and then I'll top you.
Okay, newsflash, no one cares.
Yeah.
Your turn, go.
New divorce buzz surrounds Kim and Kanye. What's next from Retard Digest?
Beautiful. Let's see.
Whoa. I got one for you.
10 worst Disney sequels ranked according to IMDb.
No, that's not a headline.
That's one of these headlines.
Yeah, but that's like a Reddit list. What are you talking about?
It's on the news app. Are you not good enough? Can you not come up with them?
All right, number one, Epstein's Island.
There you go. Perfect.
But there's like Epstein's Island or Island of Dr. Epstein Moreau. How's that?
New studies show that adopted dogs take 3 days to decompress, 3 weeks to start to know your routine, and 3 months to start to feel at home.
And 3 years to age 21 dog years.
Not too much mistletoe being sold this year, apparently.
You know what you don't see? You see a lot of pictures of people in hospital with COVID. You know what a lot of them aren't?
What?
Good looking.
Yeah.
It's true though.
Did you know that if you eat mistletoe, you could die?
Oh yeah, very poisonous.
And now, if you kiss someone, you could die.
Mm-hmm. The correlations are happening everywhere.
Yeah, mistletoe is no longer our friend. We should call it Misslefoe. Hey, if anybody listened to metal, probably be Vikings, right?
Yeah.
Or vampires, maybe. Not so much like Native Americans back in the day.
Yeah.
Probably the old Russians, too.
Yeah.
Doom, 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 nimma, nimma, nimma. Doom, doom, doom. I bet even African tribes could get into metal. Not really Incas. Wow. Huh. I wonder what the point of that is.
What are you babbling about?
It's just kind of like this metal thing, you know? Do you like metal?
You know who could really get into metal?
Ew.
Miners.
Ha ha ha.
In an attempt to be progressive, the church is going to turn hymnals into hernals.
That's pretty good. What kind of music do you think Jesus would listen to?
CrossFit workout mixes.
He's like a top 20 guy.
I
don't
pictured
do
it.
CrossFit.
I pictured it being a lot of dubstep.
Well, why don't you say dubstep? I think Jesus would be a reggae guy. Until they say, like, Emperor Selassie or something.
Yeah, and then he'd be like, whoa, whoa.
So you're saying Jesus would probably like country music or something different?
Jesus would probably hate Christian rock. I'll tell you that.
Who really likes Christian rock is the real question.
Squares. People who don't like music. Did you hear that?
They need to advance with the times. There should be like Christian mumble rap.
There you go. Well, did you hear they're gonna
I pray for my soul, heaven above. He'd probably be into world music.
I think he'd be into like Middle Eastern music.
I was thinking about Bhangra when I said that.
Is that
He'd probably start
is that Indian music?
get into the drum circle. Bhangra?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. What about, do you think Jesus would ever be caught doing the Macarena?
Absolutely.
He'd probably start a few, right? How about Gangnam Style? He'd probably think that was a little too extreme. If he could listen to any music from any period ever.
You know what he'd listen to?
What, classical?
No.
What?
Oh, show tunes.
Okay. Explain.
I don't know. I just think that's what he'd be into.
Like, Oklahoma?
He would love Oklahoma. Jesus Christ Superstar. A streetcar named
Yeah, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Mamma Mia. I bet he'd be super into Mamma Mia.
Okay, what kind of music do you think Jesus would not like? Like, picture him looking at it, and then they start playing, and then he just makes that face like, ugh.
Christian rock.
Creed. 21
Yeah.
Pilots.
Yeah. 21 Pilots is up there for me, buddy.
I would be so disappointed. Oh, man. The Mamas and the Papas.
What are you talking about? You'd love the Mamas and the Papas. You don't like the Mamas and the Papas?
I don't really care for them, but there is the fifth commandment.
What?
Commandment. The fifth commandment is honor thy father and thy mother. So he would probably have to like the mamas and the papas.
You know what? Well done. Well done.
He probably wouldn't like Pearl Jam too much. You know what? I take it back. He probably liked Creed.
No one likes Creed, bro.
Everyone likes Creed. They're
No.
just too afraid to say it out loud.
I think it's weird that born-again Christians don't believe in reincarnation. I got Brian in the back. That was fun. That's the best part of this whole show.